Agent Theron Shan, I presume. I've been briefed about the current situation about your chronic displacement. How is your stay on Coruscant so far?
Senator Leia Organa, who would have thought? No offense, but Coruscant is the same old boring cosmopolitan planet that it was from where I came. I mean.
Of course, a well-traveled spy like you has seen too much of the galaxy to be impressed with the capital. Must be some other places you like. Maybe you'd like to tell me about it.
Rishi, Odessan. I like the flora and fauna. Gives me a place to meditate and think things through. I still have yet to spend some time with the Sky Raiders of Thonboka. But knowing you, Senator, that's not what we are here to talk about, is it?
Cut the small talk and down to business. I like that, Mr. Spy. I believe you have heard about the public scandals surrounding my parentage with the Sith Lord Darth Vader.
You believe that there's a mole inside the New Republic, and you want me to find out who it was. You found the right guy for the job. No better time to stretch some of my muscles.
We can discuss the details in a more discreet location. Perhaps in the meantime, you could tell me a little about yourself.
What's there to tell? Secret son of a Jedi Grandmaster and Republic war hero? Raised to be a Jedi, yet not having such powers, so I decided to be a spy. The rest of my story is in the history books.
You know, Luke is kind of nudging me to get some Jedi training. I always wondered what it was like to be taken away at such a young age and trained in the ways of the Force.
As one of those kids who went through that, no comment. But who am I to judge? Maybe you should listen to your bro and get yourself some fancy powers.
Your advice is not exactly the most useful. Seems like a whole other lifestyle to adopt and get used to. I feel my position is here, where I can actually make a difference for the people.
I'm not exactly the kind of person you should be looking for advice, Senator. I've got my own existential and identity crisis, too.
All the more interesting to me. How was Jedi training like? Your master expected you to make some objects fly in the middle of nowhere.
Nothing of that sort, but I guess the meditation techniques that Master Sho taught me are still useful till this day. Honestly, I would say being a Jedi changes your perspective and makes you do things many people won't really be able to understand.
You mean your mother?
Of course. I always wondered, was it really that hard for her to acknowledge that we're related? Sure, being a Jedi rules say you can't have attachments, but I'm your son. But I guess she began to warm up to me and, we can have our mother-son bonding time in a rather odd fashion, but it's still something.
That's what I'm afraid of. I still cannot accept how my father, who was the greatest Jedi Knight of his time, turned into such a monster. Would I become like him if I were to follow that path?
As far as experience goes, let me say that I've met Sith Lords that are quite another breed, and Jedi who might as well be Sith.
Sith? Jedi? Doesn't matter, but how do I know that if I make that choice to be trained, I would never follow that same fate?
I don't know, Senator. We can never really know what the future is like. At least not with all that Force mumbo-jumbo.
Really? I'm trying to have a serious conversation here, Agent. The least you can do is act like a sensible adult.
I'm a Republic spy, Senator, not your therapist. Perhaps we can discuss my mission instead?
Of course, Agent. I almost forgot.